I know you're a monster.
Okay, good evening and welcome to the stream. It's Friday once again and it's time to do some stuff, so let's get started. Let's get this thing off and let's get ourselves unmuted so we can actually hear people in our chat here. So, hi there. Once again Friday. Oh, I've been doing a little bit of work. Oh, we have someone joining.
Hello.
I can actually hear you properly next time.
Yay!
It's officially 10 weeks since I got my ears pierced, so now I think I'm safe to wear the headphones properly.
No more socks.
Yeah, no more socks. I just put them on wait, this is week 10. It was supposed to only be 8 weeks of recovery, but after I stopped washing for a day, I got a little bit of pus developing, so I did another week, and then basically after that there's been nothing. So I think it's good now.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. But yeah, other than that, we have tried going into some bees here. We are trying to get in an eldritch bee, and as it turns out, we got one, which we're currently purifying. But while we were trying to get them, they randomly developed into the next tiers of bees. So we have the charming, or the charmed, and the esoteric bees here that are currently being developed. We'll work on those in a moment. What else has we done? Well, we're trying to get Stanum bees, but these fellas are being a little bit of an arse, so it's taking a time. But they're ready to run another round here, so let's get them started up. Let's take this, what is it called? Spore cluster, pollen cluster, and put it up here with the others so that we have them all together.
Did you it's the stuff I put in the chest for you?
I haven't looked in the chest itself, but that reminds me of something that something very, very classy that Pyro left for us, which is this well, dick. So yeah, Pyro has apparently been into the end and has found some Oblivion bees. So that means that we could possibly go into the nuclear bee branches, which is quite interesting. Still gonna be a while because I think we still need to have rusted bees and stuff as bases, but it's progressing. We need some frames for these, so let's grab them. Also used up all my frames, I had to make new ones, and they're bloody expensive. It's more expensive to make a frame than it is to make an apiary. An apiary takes 25 seeds, but 25 seeds and then it takes 8 logs, while a what is this? Flügeltiere? Okay. While a frame takes 80 seeds, and then it takes 8 logs as well per frame, and you need 3 frames. Rather, you can use up to 3 frames, so if you don't use 3 frames, you really should. And we're just trying to make some more bleached bees and some more maroon bees. Have been purifying my bleached bees and breeding more of the maroon. And the reason for that is those 2 are the basis for, of course, making the pink bees. Then over here we have our purified excited drones. And right here next to it is the not quite so purified but getting there excited drones, which could still potentially make their special effect happen, and I'm kind of scared to stand near them. They're a little annoying to breed because they need redstone torches to work with, and I'm trying to get them to work off of flowers. But the problem is that these fellas, they have a negative effect on them, that is lightning, which means that they will randomly just spawn lightning. And as it turns out, when you're trying to run them off of flowers, that's kind of problematic because they burn the bloody flowers.
Nice.
And it's very dangerous to stand near them.
Yeah, just a little bit. I just dropped off a birthday gift for Random.
Ooh.
Gave him everything him and Lady Random need to set up a decently sized reactor.
I was just about to say, give him everything. Here, take it all. I don't want it. Also, I mean, this little guy. And a bunch of other plushies. Hi there. Oh.
Damn it. I keep doing that. I told you I won't be able to hang out long, right?
Mm-hmm. I also didn't, what's it called, answer your tweet because I was in a hurry, but yeah, that's very, a little strange. A little scary.
It's kind of stuff my brother sends me on a fairly regular basis.
Let's see. Yes, we have also, well, of course, the fermented bees are done, so they're working. And then over here we have our refill station. I've upgraded with 2 more batteries basically, so that we can shift, because now I'm actually using 2 at a time. Because right over here, did I pick up anything? No. I have made a small experimental tree farming cell to figure out how to work it. And this is how I figured it out. It basically just cuts in front here and plants from below here, and then deposits the saplings and stuff around. So what I need to do is basically find a way to integrate this with the fermenter and then make it one big circuit, and then also get this sludge basically piped away to somewhere it can't really like do any harm, but just plug this in here and it goes nuts. There we go. And it'll refill down here, and I've just filled it up with stone so that it will only take 1 stack of them, just so that we don't really waste them. But for the full thing, I would probably upgrade them. I have made an upgrade, which I think is stuck in here. Yeah, an emerald upgrade. So that is like an 11 thingy. I think that's just like 11 out to each side or something, I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure that out.
Did you want to sleep all day?
Yep.
I'm in bed.
Okay, I am coming in. Thank you. Okay, so we have these guys here. The Eldritch Princess, which is the basis for the magic bees. And she is shorter, slower, slow potentially, with a potential for developing various traits that are interesting. Shorter, slowest, slow. Shorter, slower, slow. You're interesting. You're also interesting. Not quite as interesting though. Shorter, slower, slow. And you have the traits. You go. Pop you in there. Ah! Creeper! Ah, fire off! Turn around, this creeper. Hey creeper, look what I got. Do 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 do. It's very loud. We're like shocked because we have a node right here that provides basically. That's putting that in there. And these are pure Eldritch drones, we'll put them there. And then we'll go take care of the other ones. Yeah, I really need to make one of those, oh, that's a king slime randomly, out of the blue. Really need to make some of those monsters go away torches.
Yeah, you'll need to do Ender IO for that. They're not cheap though.
I don't know, I looked at them, they're not so bad. Hi there, Polarity.
The most expensive part is you gotta make the chandeliers, which require diamonds.
Yeah, that also. Yeah, the flowers is a benefit of doing bees. And you get plenty of flowers. Okay, what do you two not mix? Ah, you're a mutant. Stop being a mutant. Breed.
Hi, bee. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, let's see here. She has still the potential for a normal. Oh, and she's learning all the traits. You are interesting. You are very interesting. You are our pick so far. And you are not interesting. You two will breed. No, not you. Raccoons are tricksters.
My grandma used to call raccoons garbage cats.
Sort of fitting. And it's only midday, so let's go and take a visit over to the what is it called? The Mana Bean Farm. Hi there, King Slime.
She used to call me Moon-Eye Child because of
your skin,
albino.
or?
Yeah, the albino thing. Yeah, because I don't like the sun, and I would fight going to bed at night, and then would sneak out of bed because I could go outside at night.
Polarity makes a good point. Cats are garbage cats. Well, that's very true. If you've ever seen, what is it called? Mongrels.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. I need to fix that.
Oh, I actually didn't notice that I had gotten hold of some of the, what are they called? Tempestus beans? I don't have a good source of Tempestus, so that's very, very nice.
Jill redid our ME system. She upgraded it quite a bit.
And that's another king slime.
It's like tied into the machines and stuff now, so grinders and stuff like that.
Nice. How did I only get one mana bean for fire? Huh.
Our cat, no matter how much it's been fed during the day, TJ will dump the garbage over in the middle of the night if he's unhappy for any reason.
Oh yeah, cats. They're nice neighbors.
TJ knows he's an asshole.
All cats know they're assholes.
He sure does.
Well, except for Mouse. Mouse is the most adorable cat.
I will say this.
I mean, she will mess with you if you're mean to her, but if you aren't mean to her, she's the sweetest thing. She's never done anything bad to me, as far as I know.
As far as you know.
She might have done something bad to my jacket at one point, but I don't think that was because of me. I think that was more because of Kitty. Because Kitty has a tendency to tease his pets.
I'm probably more of a dog person.
Same with me.
But I don't
am
dislike
very much
cats.
No. I love all animals.
Exactly.
You already know that, but yeah,
Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted like a. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just like all animals, but I am definitely more of a dog person than a cat person. But I did grow up with a dog, so that's understandable.
I'm the same way. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted a pet bat.
That reminds me, I saw a picture here on Twitter during this week of someone with 2 baby bats that was climbing on his fingers.
Yep.
They were so tiny that they're barely bigger than one of my nails.
Yeah, when they're really tiny, or when they're really new, especially like fruit bats, they're really tiny. They're not much bigger than an insect.
I didn't know they got so small. That was just so adorable. What was I thinking about? Like I completely derailed.
We had a couple of pet rats a few years ago. Sal and Gigi and Sal.
Yeah.
And love those guys to death. They were smart, man. They could figure out how to get out of their cage. And rats unfortunately only have like a 3-year lifespan, so but they died of old age. I'm pretty sure they had a happy life.
I hope so.
They got to eat lots of scraps.
Okay, let's try this thing out. I have been gathering up resources, and hopefully we have enough, but honestly I don't really know.
We
8 pieces of pollen, 8 pieces of royal jelly. I think this is only going to give us 1 block, so we need to do this a bunch more times. Sorry, I'm interrupting all the time.
No, that's fine. When I was a kid, my brother had a pet boa constrictor, and I used to sleep on the floor in his room. And Baby, that was the snake's name, would climb out of its cage in the middle of the night and curl up next to me on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
My brother said it was because of the warmth. Because, you know, they're close. And my mom hated that. She always thought that snake was going to kill me in my sleep. That snake never hurt me, not one single time. And my brother was trying to teach it to be mostly vegetarian, which you can do with boas. As long as you provide them with some form of protein, they can live on a vegetarian diet. But he would occasionally, obviously, have to give it some kind of meat product. And you could buy frozen, dead frozen rats at the pet food store. And he was trying to teach me as a kid how to do that, and I just couldn't do it. It like creeped me out. I was just like, ew, no, I don't want to touch it. It's dead. He's like,
that's
you
a
touch.
sad story polarity.
He's like, you touch hamburger. He's like, yeah, it's different.
Very different.
But baby was about 5.5 feet long, probably weighed about 8 pounds, give or take. Good sized snake, but was just really, really gentle. If it got angry at you, it never tried to bite you, and it still had its fangs. You can have them removed, but it's, I think, cruel to do. And so did my
It's the
brother.
same thing with other animals. Why would you mutilate their bodies?
Right, like declawing a cat. Why would you do that?
Well, some cats are assholes.
Yes, but it's dangerous for the cat too.
Yeah, I know.
I have a friend who's a vet tech, and she's very adamant about it. It's like, never ever declaw your cat, because for 2 reasons. One, if they ever happen to get out, they have no way of defending themselves. And 2, for months after the surgery to remove the claws, they are prone to infections from their litter box, and they can wind up losing their legs.
Oh. What is it called? Like when I grew up with my sister's dog, and he was the sweetest thing. He was a mixed breed, like just random things. But like he, when he got old, I don't know what happened, but he had these episodes where he would like run around scared and confused, unable to basically see where he was going, and run into walls, and it would happen seemingly at random. And finally my parents decided that it would not be right to keep him alive being like that. And that was the morning that they told me, and I still remember just saying goodbye for the last time.
I hate this. Yeah, when I was a kid, we had a dog named Cookie. She was a part Chihuahua, part Poodle.
Yeah.
And she got out. Don't know how she got out, but she wound up getting out somehow, and was hit by a car.
Oh no.
And the person didn't even stop. He just took off. And my sister ran out and sat there with her while my mom was on the phone to pet services, which is this was when we still lived in California. It's an emergency veterinary thing, like an ER, an emergency room for pets. And they're like, well, don't move her, we'll send someone out. And they sent out a pet ambulance. It's actually kind of cute. It's something that should exist in every major city, I think. But anyway, they sent out a pet ambulance and everything, and they did everything they could for her, but she had some internal damage, and she wound up dying. And I was only like 8, and I didn't fully understand exactly what was going on, and my mom's trying to explain it to me, and I'm at that age where I'm not understanding, so I'm getting frustrated. She's upset because she just lost her dog, and we kind of got into a bit of a fight. Not really a fight, but kind of a fight. You know, petulant kid not understanding something, so just make it better and make, you know, bring back my dog is basically my thought process at that age. And it took her the better part of 2 days to finally get me to fully understand exactly what happened. That was my first dealing with death of any kind.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't even a year later, my grandmother passed away of Alzheimer's. And at that point, because of the dog, I fully understood what was going on. And I didn't take it well.
I can imagine.
My grandmother and I were extremely close. And when she passed away, I kind of shut myself off from the world for, oh God, like 3 months. I don't think I said one word to someone for that entire time. My mom honestly thought I was going to try to kill myself. I was so distraught over it. And knowing what we know now about depression and what have you in me, it's
a very real fear.
Yeah. It was something that was a very, very real possibility, even though we didn't know it at the time. What the heck? I just ate. Why am I so hungry?
Snacky?
I don't know what the heck's going on here. I'm eating, but I'm not gaining any hunger.
So now we have the centered plating. Let us manage to do a little bit more, so that's 20.
The server has been really laggy for me today. Like, more so than usual, actually.
Yeah.
It's always laggy, but...
Okay, so... Oh, actually, making a boo-boo here.
What the heck is going on?
They're not supposed to make impregnated sticks, although I guess we can make 2 more. There we go, and then, oops. Then we'll do that. Then we have enough for 1 frame, so let's put those in there, and then we will grab seeds. We need something to replace what we used there, so I think, let's see, we need 100 per, so that should be 40 seeds. And notice how quickly the power is draining. That's why we made more cells. Yeah, for me it's been going on in stages. Neither of my grandparents lived to see my confirmation. I don't know if you have that in other countries, but the way it works here is when you're born into a church, when you reach a certain age, you basically have a ritual where you go back to the church, you get some church basically lessons, and then after that you have a ceremony where you affirm your choice, or rather your parents' choice, on your behalf.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Yeah, I kind of am too, but my connection to God or any other deity is basically that I really wish that there was one. I hope that there is one, but everything inside my head is telling me that it is not possible, and I kind of hate my head for that. But there was actually a time when I was very close to making the decision to become a priest. Tisna already knows that story, but
I'm an atheist as well.
no, loudmouth people don't generally like help things.
I'm a weird atheist though. I'm a respectful atheist. I think I'm
the same way.
Atheist. I'm an atheist, but if you are religious, I respect your choice as long as you don't try to shove it down my throat like it's some kind of dick.
Giggity. What? Yeah, but like polarity. Look at it now. How would it be? I would be a transgender bisexual priest that has some very special views on things.
Alright, I'm gonna have to be taking off here in probably 5 minutes or so.
Okay, of course. I need more honey.
Hopefully this is a good meeting and we'll win some money.
Good luck with it.
Yeah. It's gonna be video work, which is different. If it comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm. I hope so. It would be nice.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Slower. You, however, lack the genes. You have very nice genes, but I think we'll choose you though.
I want to be the friction in the genes.
This looks like a thunderstorm.
Yep, it's raining.
It doesn't look like normal rain, it looks like a thunderstorm. Yep, there we go. Very loud. Well, there's already gay priests, so why not a bisexual one? That's probably more the transgender thing that would cause a bugger.
Yeah, that would probably be your biggest challenge. Depending on what denomination too, or were you looking at Catholicism?
No.
I wouldn't expect. I wouldn't expect so, but you never know. At least around here, there's a lesbian Methodist priest. I don't know what they call them. Minister. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a lesbian one at a Methodist church about half an hour from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the news not too long ago because, for some reason that's newsworthy.
Well, there's different reasons for people of my kind to go to the news, and one of them is because people are generally interested. Another, sadly, is because people want to spin. People will get you into the TV so that they can get you to say something that they can turn around on you and use as an argument against your case. Unfortunately, that does happen, even here. Although in regards to transgender stuff, it doesn't happen so often, but it does happen. And will you two just mutate already? You still just... You two ladies are stubborn. Actually, I can't find here. Stanham Princess is Industrious Princess and Forest Drone. Okay. Industrious, Forest, good. Bob, you are noisy. Aww. Thanks to you too, hun. Let's see here. Oh, she looks pure. Let's test her. She is long, slowest, slower. Long, slowest, slower. Yes, yes, no, yes. Yes, yes, no, yes. She is pure. So these ladies here are the ones that produce redstone. And they are the basis for the glowing princess, which is the princesses that produce glowstone. So I would like to get hold of a supply of glowstone, since I don't really want to go to the nether. To do that I need a furious princess, which is made from an embidden princess and a fiendish drone, and that one is a basis drone. But the embidden one is, or the fiendish one is, created by taking an embidden and a sinister drone, and the sinister drone is made with an embidden drone and a cultivated drone, or a cultivated and a modest drone can give a sinister one as well. The only problem is it probably requires a lot of heat, and I don't really have that at the moment, which is why we're building an alveary. So hopefully we can get that up and running, although honestly I've never managed to get the thing to work, but I didn't try for that long, so maybe. Okay, we have the centered plating there. Our energy cell is almost out. You have created a bunch, but out of logs.
Alrighty, I am taking off. I'll leave you with this note. Some days I amaze myself. Other days I spend 30 minutes looking for my cell phone that I'm holding in my hand. Today was one of those days. Alright, honey, I love you. You have a good stream, and I will talk to you later.
Love you too. See you. Bye-bye. Good luck.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, that should give us all the thingies here. I don't know why I made 8. I only needed 1. But we can try it out here. So if we take 1, 8 plating, we get 1 alveary blocks. Now we just need to do this 26 more times. Oh. Well, this is modded Minecraft, which is on a whole other level of brainfuck, so yeah, don't think yourself like incapable of this. Like, if you didn't have the NEI stuff, you'd be yeah, me too. Okay, let's see, you will go in there, and we will put another 8 in there. Well, I guess we have 6 in there already. So that will work. This one is going to drain all the power, so we're going to pick up another battery and replace it. There we are, and let's plug it into the wall. Go. Oh, come back here. But yeah, I have messed with bees before, so therefore I need a little bit, or I know a little bit about the bees. But a lot of the other stuff is completely new to me, and like, I basically, when I played modded last time, there was the Buildcraft pipes, and that's about it. So a lot of the other stuff is just like, what should I make? Like, I knew how to automate bee breeding, for instance, using the Buildcraft pipes, but I'd like to try something different. So therefore, I figured out how to basically do it with the item ducts from thermodynamics instead. And that actually works quite well, quite easy too. You just need to get a hang of how it works, basically. Get that there, put that in there. And let's see here, you need to have a bunch more. So we need 8 times 8, that is a full stack, and we don't have a full stack of you, so I guess we will make just a half stack. There we go. Yeah, the alvearies are ridiculously expensive, but they are powerful. So every time it makes one of these platings, it's going to use 500 millibuckets, so half a bucket of honey. You can see there. And that's being drained from over here, which is creating the honey by squeezing black tinted honey drops and getting the honey out of it. It gets 100 millibuckets per drop, and then produces these lumps of black dye for us, which we can use for other stuff. And then in here we got some of the really interesting things. So we got magic stuff to do tonight. It's just a matter of when we do it. We're going to be doing both the alchemical cauldron stuff and also the infusion stuff. And we're basically going to try and upgrade our stuff a little bit, because at the moment we have our very nice silverwood wand. But that's about it. It holds 100 vis, so 100 of each element, but we could use more, and it is possible to get more, so why not go for more? So let's see here. I also did Thaumcraft back then, but it's changed significantly since there. Gotten a lot more interesting, but also more difficult. Let's see, you have the slow strain now. You have the slow strain, your genes are okay. Your genes are better. You have interesting genes, you are better. So we will breed you two. And we'll look at you. You're still trying very hard to become an esoteric princess. We have an esoteric drone here. Ooh, we might just make her potentially pure. That would be lovely. Pure esoteric drones with those genes is very promising. Our Charming here, she has acquired the normal gene, and she's almost stable. She just needs the Tolerant Flyer. They have the normal gene, and yep, they have that. And you, what are you lacking? You're lacking the Tolerant Flyer, so if we take these two, put them there, she should become pure, I think, in the next iteration. With a little bit of luck. Okay, let's have a look over here. You are done, so let's run you again. You're still running. Let's get your boys back. All these boxes here are filled with drone mutants. I need to sort those guys out. The idea is basically to build a hive up there that we can put them in. You are still chugging along, so it's just the bleached one that we are waiting for. Let's see here. You're almost done. Get those done, and then we will make some berry medley. Just to top off our stack a little bit while we're waiting for these anyway. Also looked into the Pam's bees. Unfortunately, it seems like we can't use the normal royal jelly for these queens to refresh them. So the only way to get new queens is to basically kill the old one and then make new queens out of the bee grubs. And I don't know if I want to do that. I don't really like killing them. Oh, well, while we're waiting for them, let me just take another glass of bubbly here. So once we have enough of these drones, we'll start purifying some new drones, and then we'll start working on the Lavender Queen, which is this lady right here. So she takes maroon princesses and bleach drones. Oh, so lovely. Okay, let's do a little bit of alchemical stuff here. So, let's make a little bit of space in our bar. We're going to need these, the thaumium nuggets. So, what we're doing is we need to turn this crystalline essence into this, or well, basically essence. Crystallized essence, we pop that into the crucible. 4 per ingot, which gives us thaumium. So we go. 2 ingots of thaumium, which gives us 18 nuggets of thaumium, which we can then pop into the table here, which takes some vis to make. And the question is if we should make that first. I think we have a benefit if we make this one first. So let's see here. If I can remember how to do this. Probably adding them in the wrong order, but we can fix it. So this in, that, yep, the order's wrong. Well, time to look in the book. Okay, Thaumaturgy, alchemy, artifice. Yeah, there we go. Basic artificing. Air, fire, water, earth, auto, fractio. Air, fire, water, earth, auto, fractio. There we go. And that does not have quite enough because this one only have we only have a bonus to the vis or the air aspect because we have that from our jetpack, I think. So if we pop over here, we can take the stuff out, put the stuff in, take that on, and then we should have just enough to deplete our wand. So that makes 1. And completely depletes our wand. So we'll take a replacement wand here, stick it in the table, and make another. So that's the primal charm which we're going to be needing. So put these in here. And then we will go make our thaumium caps. So the thaumium caps, like this, they're inert. And now we actually don't need our suit here anymore, so let's grab our gear. So here we have it, 5 inert thaumium caps, and we need 15 Salus Mundus. Salus Mundus is the thaumaturgist salt, which is made by taking the balance shard and basically burning it in a furnace till it breaks down into powder. And the balance shard is made from any other shard by basically infusing that shard with adequate vis of the others, so 2 vis of all the others that isn't that shard into that shard, then pop that shard into this one here. Will give you 1 of these order shards which you can then break down. So we will put these in place. Add the thaumium cap in the middle, and then we will start the reaction and keep an eye on things. We'll start eating up the Salus Mundus, and it should give us go an or a charged thaumium cap. We'll do that again. Okay, and we will just check that we actually have enough for this. So let's hop into Thaumaturgy. Thaumium 1 caps. It takes 12 potentia and 6 aurum. The aurum... Where do we stick our aurum? We have it over here. We'll hang that up as well. And we have enough of that as well. Because we only need to do it 3 more times, so it should be fine. Basically, if you don't have enough of this available, the reaction will stall and then things will go bad. Alrighty, I'll see you. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed it. Another Thaumium cap. Oh, bugger. What up, the salamanders fell off. Ah, what a mess. Ah, we have flux flu anyway, might as well step in it. Okay, let's clean up the mess. Stone. Yep, that's what happens when a reaction goes bad. You need to act fast or it will start to cause chaos. You can see in this case it drained more of this than it needed to maintain the reaction long enough. But yeah, it's not good when it does that. So let's do it one more time. See you. Okay, I haven't seen that reaction before. There we go. So that gives us 5 Thaumium caps. Then the next thing we need to do is we need to make our basically these here, but before we do that I think we should go and take care of our bees, because I think we should have another round of bees about ready to go. You are ready, you're almost ready, and you should also be ready. Yep. Just look around to make sure a creeper isn't sneaking up on us. Let's see, slower. So we're looking for slower. You have the slower gene and the slow gene. You have the slower and slow gene. What about you? Slower, slow. You don't have the other genes. You are pure. I think I'll use you. And what about you? You, ooh. Esoteric, pure esoteric princess. Shortest, slowest, slow. All traits. Shortest, slowest, slow. All traits. She is pure. We also got a mysterious drone out of it. A mysterious mutant drone, that is. Okay, so let's see it. The mysterious drone will go up there. And these here we'll just put here. And then let's pop over and check on our other bees. Our maroon is done. We'll run you here. We're not in a huge hurry in regards to you, so that is fine. Just seeing if any of them could mix, but no. Okay. Got these. You're all pure. Ooh, we actually have a terror beam here. Okay, that is the bees sorted. Let's hop inside and have a look at how our production here is coming along. We have another 8 done. So I should start the next bit. Need to grab some more wood. Ah, I keep doing that. Okay, let's see here. You are working on that, and you are working on that. I think that is enough. Not quite sure though. And how's this doing? Starting to run out of honey. Okay, and while we're waiting for that to work, let's do this thing. Okay, there's no good way to do this, so let's just do it. Okay, so let's pop this in here. Presenttatio, and then we should take the items. Nope. Nope, not the air shot. This one. And there we go. Almost went bad there, but we got it. We still have enough Presentatio. Let's see, water we have enough of, order we have enough of, Fractio. Fractio we are quite close with. We might want to make a little bit more of that before we continue. I think we want to do that. Let's grab our Fractio and stick it over here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll make a full stack of cobblestone. So we need Terra, and it has made flux gas. We need this. Do we have extra bottles for Fractio though? I am not sure. We do. Good. Okay, let's start working. Let's just make one at a time. Looks like we're going to need one more bit of wood to make it work. So let's see here. I think I have one more over here. How are you doing? You are done. Put it in the bottle. I think we won't need this, so we'll put it over here, and then we'll just let that fill that one up. Okay. I think it's safe to start this up again now. Either way, we don't have a huge loss, so it's okay. There we are. So now I can basically just let that work, and while that is working, we can start setting up for the next reaction here. So let's do it a little bit more order this time. Ordo, Fractio, Terra, Aqua, Ignis. balanced and air. This in the middle. And that looks to be done. So let's pull it out. Dun, 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 dun. Not completely done, it still has some in it.
Sometimes I wanna fade out, but I guess I'll have to stay now and hear the things that people say as I walk on.
Yep, looks to be pure now. And it should be empty now.
I guess I can't run away.
Stick that there. This one we'll put over here. And then we'll start the reaction. Okay. Can we get it without accidents this time? Looks like it. Yep. Okay, one more time. Oops, that was wrong. Not that we could probably remember it now, but whatever. Hope that it's safe to take a drink. Oh, no it's not. No it's not. No it's not. Ah, give me the auto shot. Put it back there. Would you stop that? No, that's wrong. That's the wrong thing. What shot wasn't it needed? Oh, bugger. Well, we managed to stop the reaction. But damn it, that got expensive. I think I destroyed the shot rather than just dropping it this time. I didn't have backups. Okay, so 2 candles there, and that one there. Okay, we should have all of them. Okay, let's just deposit these things. Let's see, fire, earth, water and sky, all do fractio. Okay, let's clean up this mess. Okay, that's annoying. Stop doing that. I don't like when mods tries to think about how I want to move things around. I hate when it does that. So annoying. Okay, let's just get the stones here. There we are, and we got our silverwood rods. So, now that we have our silverwood rods, we should be able to do stuff. We're going to need all of these. We're going to need to change our outfit. And then let's have a look in here. So, one of them is like this. And that takes 72, so that's not enough for our wand here. The other one takes 2 of those, a primal charm, which takes 21 ordo. But we do not have 21 ordo, however we could go and get it. Okay, so this will make it, but it will deplete it pretty badly. So take that. Then we need to cap it, which takes a bloody big amount of this, and we actually can't make that. So we need to do this fella first, which we can afford. So we will take, I should have scanned the primal charms prior. See these, I haven't scanned the thaumium curves, I haven't scanned this. So we will do that real quick. Always scan everything. Okay, so now that that is done, we have all those scanned. We can put these also scanned, these are scanned. Then we can put this in here. Grab the thaumium embossed silverwood scepter. There we go. So that is now a thing here that we can use to make stuff. It is a wand that can only be used for crafting. But that's still very useful. And if we pop in here, grab this, then we should probably go for a little bit of a trip to fill up our wands. Let's see, where is the sun in the sky? It is just on the way up, that's good. So let's go for a trip. And there we have some various notes around here. Sheep, you're lagging my game. Okay, let's see here. Need a little bit more from you. Oops, we sucked all the water. Very laggy. Stop that. Da 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 dee da dee da da dee da dee da da dee da dee 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 dee. What are you? You're not sure? Okay, just something weird going on. I wouldn't draw any of this, so strange. Okay, that's that node sapped. Stop being in the ground. A single block of water, apparently. See, a node with some water in it. It's one of these things that we don't like. Oh, get away! Get away! Get away from that thing! I hate those things. So scary. I'm gonna turn off the harness again. I knew something was going to happen. Yeah, when you see that fog appear, get the hell out. Fuck at me. Oh, it has audio. Okay, let's grab the order from this node. See, what is actually the 70-something% viscose? It's actually even cheaper to use this. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Yep, I actually filled it up. Okay, that one is empty. For a second there, I forgot that don't ever hold shift while you're drawing this. That's a very, very bad idea. Not a good idea. Oh, fire node. So you're full up. You still need air. And you're also full up. Everybody is full up on air now. But we do need Fractio and we do need Ordo and Ignis. But we should be able to get at least some of that by going to the mining world. Hopefully we'll get enough. And we didn't even time out. Okay, let's take the one on the far side here first, I think. Although I can't remember what it is. It is a pure air. We don't actually need that. Oh, we have one more of it there, and it looks to have fire in it. That is very good. Da, 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 da. That node is getting very weak. Grab the fracture out of that one. This is pure air, yep. Good bit of fracture right there. Luckily in the mining world here there's quite a bit of fracture. So, at least in my mining world. Still very low on Ignis though, but I know there is an Ignis node right over here, so we can get some from that. So the fracture node right here. So I think we should be able to fill up on Fractio and get our auto pretty high, but we might lack Ignis. How much does that give us? 87. Oh, I'm not sure if that is enough. I'm not sure. Gula doesn't really do anything for us. Fractio and fire. Auto. Oh, just what we needed. Okay, so that gives us 124. I think that is enough to do what we need to do, so I think we can head back now. It's going to take multiple trips to fill all these ones, so I like to have them all filled up just because it's a nice backup. What I really should start doing is basically take the nodes home, but I think if you do that there is a chance of breaking the nodes, and I'm a little scared of doing that. Let's just check around this village over here. I can't remember what's on the other side of that, but Death Hole. Let's see. Nothing really so far. Pretty sure I've discovered that before. But yeah, the Thaumium scepter, or Thaumium embossed silverwood blah 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 scepter, is only for crafting purposes. It can't put on foci like the wands can. The staff, however, is too large to lay on a table, so that can't be used for crafting. However, it can use foci, and that's basically a giant wand for combat and utility. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Let's pop that in. We have enough just in basic here, so if we take on our clothes here to save some this, then we should be able to Thaumium embossed silverwood staff, capacity 250. Let's have a look at ourselves. Oh yeah, it's a little better than this little thing, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. So if we go here and say there, take that off, stick it on this. Yep, I like it. But yeah, if you see here, can't go in the table. But that means that this has now become a crafting wand for backup this, so let's put all of these in here. And then we'll fill them up eventually. But this will be our everyday purpose wand, and we should put up on our mobility gear again. It's going to take so long to fill this thing up. We can start here. So now we can... Boom! So yeah, that is that sorted. We now have all of that in order. We have the best possible equipment wand-wise that we can have with the scepter and the staff. So I think we're pretty good. Our inventory is a mess, however. Okay, let's take a look at you. Slower, slow. Slower, slow. You have the genes. Slower, slow. You have better genes. You have much better genes. Yep, we already have a candidate. And I have a feeling that these are now pure. So just for the sake of it, let's scan them. Let's also scan the queen, actually. So the queen is shortest, slowest, slow. 1, yes, no, yes, no. Shortest, slowest, slow. Yes, no, yes, no, and the 1, yep. Holy crap! Did I forget to take out the drones, or did she just produce an arseload of bees? The genes are fine. She's still fighting for the tolerant flyer, though. I have to check the fertility. No, it is only 3. I must have forgotten to take them out. You have it in 1. You have it in both. You probably have it in the other, yep. So you are a candidate. And those 2 might be enough to basically make our queen pure, which would be lovely. So just for the sake of it, we should hop up here, stick a torch on. That's basically just how I mark when a bee is pure. I stick a torch on top of it so that I can remember it. I don't know if that was an intended sound. It sounded like another electrical bulb blew up. I'm kind of tired of that happening. Too many electrical failures. Okay, let's see if we can stick them in here first. Stick you there. Let's check on our energized bees. They should be done working. Question is just if we want to set them up to run some more cycles, or if we want to park them for now. I think we want to park them, because then we can appropriate the apiaries for other purposes. The reason I stuck them out there is because we're lighting everything on fire with the lightning. So yeah. Did I grab all the combs? Feel like there was more. Okay, let's see here. Let's stick them in here. There's a corner space. Put them over here instead. And I am very curious as to how this works, so let's see. Nothing in that one. Redstone in that one. Let's see, does it give us any information about it? Nope. It just can give redstone. Oh, it did actually get a redstone for everyone, you just couldn't see it. Nice to know. So yeah, that is redstone producing bees, and then we just need to figure out the fiendish ones. Let's grab the scented plating, which we can then put around our impregnated blocks here, or impregnated casings, to give us the alvearies. And that's the first 5 of the 27 alveary blocks that we need. It's gonna take a while. You haven't produced any more royal jelly, really? Well, you produced 1. I guess we could put you in a loaded chunk, but boy. Hooey. Okay, let's see here. So we can have a look in our book. Protect what is yours. Node stabilizer. I'm curious about that one. Node therapy. Okay, Aurum to auto. Oops. Aurum contains Presentatio and air, so we could do Presentatio Potentia walk, and then from Potentia we can go to order directly. So we do that, and then we can go to Ignis, and then we go to Presentatio again, what's it? Potentia again. Simple way of doing it. And that gives us a bunch of stuff. Node stabilizer, advanced node stabilizer, wand recharge pedestal. Interesting. So let's read about it. This handy device has several beneficial effects if placed below a node. Firstly, it prevents the node from draining vis from other nodes, or being drained in turn. Secondly, it prevents unstable nodes from losing their vis, and it has a tiny chance of eventually removing the unstable condition completely. Lastly, it has a very, very small chance of turning fading nodes into pale nodes. This requires power, however, and the node stabilizer draws this from the node itself. It does not draw enough to reduce the vis of the node, but it does halve the normal recharge rate. That's not bad. So, block of quartz, a piston, night ore, arcane stone bricks and gold. That's actually not bad. Applying a redstone signal will switch the stabilizer off. Very nice. Harnessing this. Power to the people. Well, let's buy this one first if we can. Oh, we're missing Aurum. What do we need to make Aurum? Presentatio and Potentia. Okay, that gives us an Aurum. We can buy that. Okay, so an advanced node stabilizer. Advanced node stabilizers perform all the functions of lesser versions with a few major differences. Firstly, they will still prevent lesser nodes from having the vis drained, but it does allow stabilized nodes to drain the vis from lesser ones. Secondly, it has a higher chance to improve unstable and fading nodes. Unfortunately, this costs a lot more power than a stabilized node from the stabilized node. Still not enough to drain this from it, but even the brightest node have its recharge rate almost completely negated. That's a dangerous one. That is a little scary. Elementum, Nitor, blocks of redstone and the node stabilizer. Still interesting. Okay, so I want to know those. I'm rather paper. Boy. I actually wonder. Keep forgetting to scan these. Nope, we can't learn anything from them. Worth a try though.
So prepare yourself for danger, deception, dancing. For up the path comes our kinda short hero, known only as Silvershade.
Go 30 papers. And we had the recharge pedestal. Let's grab that one. Okay, so Permutatio goes to Peditio or Ordo. So let's take an Ordo. So we can go to Potentia. Go, and then we need to go to from Aurum. Aurum goes to Presentatio or Air. And Presentatio goes to Vacuous or Potentia.
Rise. Get up. Join us.
Let's see. Do we have anything that goes into fire? We could use Cognitio. Probably the best choice. So if we go to fire, Cognitio, then we have Machina to fire or Potentia. Oh, there was. Motus or Instrumentum. Motus goes into Ordo, which could go into Potentia. Instrumentum can go into Tutamen, but that doesn't really lead us anywhere. Can also go into Fabricus, which goes into Humanus, which does contain Cognito, but we don't have a whole lot of Humanus. So I think what we will do is go to Motus and then to Ordo towards Potentia. Even though we don't have a lot of Motus. Let's see, Motus, Ordo, Potentia. How much Humanus do we have? We have 20. So we go to Instrumentum. Instrumentum, Humanus towards Cognito. Do you want to do that? If we go to Instrumentum, Humanus, we can use a Cognito there, and then we'd finish it. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, this storage and compound recharge focus. This recharge relay. That needs more aurum though. But we can make that. Okay, so there we go. We should read the others first. So, harnessing this or wand recharge pedestal. Travelling around the countryside to recharge your wand is all good and well, but an automatic way of doing it would be much better. This specially crafted pedestal does just that. Any wand placed in it will automatically draw this from nearby nodes. Nodes will not be fully drained unless it is a poor quality wand crafted from iron or sticks. Okay, so aurum, permutatio and presentatio. But that requires the nodes to be close by, so that would require us to start moving them. And in order to move them, we need to go to, was it Artifice of Basic? Node in jar. Water jars have proven themselves capable of storing all manner of mundane and mystical things, and you believe you have discovered another use for them, trapping aura nodes. By constructing a large version of a jar around a node and enacting the proper mystical formula with your wand, the node will become trapped inside the construct, which will quickly shrink to a more manageable size. The jar can then be safely picked up and moved around, but the initial trapping spell does have a very good chance of damaging the node. The node is also frozen in the state. And will never again be able to recharge any vis it was missing. While trapped, the node is kept suspended and will not regenerate vis, nor can vis be drawn from it. Yeah, so we have a chance of breaking the node if we do that, but we definitely need to look into it. So let's look at the this recharge relay, I guess. An annoyance for any thaumaturge that performs regular arcane crafting is to constantly keep his wand charged. Now that you have found a way to draw vis directly from nodes, you are able to craft a vis recharge relay. This functions like a normal relay, but is designed to be placed on top of an arcane crafting table. It will draw vis from the relay and recharge wands placed in the table. The only drawback is that it recharges much slower than it would from a wand recharging pedestal or doing it by hand. Vis relay. Oh, okay. That's the one we haven't read yet. Okay. So let's look at that. So without vis nodes, thaumaturges would not be able to perform the simplest of tasks, but the nodes themselves have several limitations that make their use impractical for extensive operations. Furthermore, among the limitations is the fact that they are easily depleted, and it takes quite some time for them to once again gather energy from mystical source they are connected to. You think you may have found a way around that limitation. In effect, nodes are tiny gateways to a mysterious font of mystical energy around which the energy slowly accumulates in the form of vis. The gateway is so small that only a tiny page shift amount of energy leaks into our reality. By levering open this doorway, you can cause vis to pour forth in a torrent. This is even more dangerous than it sounds, however, and careful steps must be taken during the entire process. Firstly, the node needs to be stabilized. During the entire process, once that is done, you need to craft and place a node's transducer above the node. When you apply a redstone signal to the transducer, the node will begin converting to an energized node. Quickly lose its stored vis in the process. The process takes some time, but when it is done, the node will change into an energized node. Caution should be taken to keep both the stabilizer and the transducer active from now on. Energized nodes no longer store or recharge vis, nor can vis be drawn from them with a wand or other means. Instead, they produce a steady supply of CV, centivis, or hundreds of vis each tick. This energy can be tapped by placing vis relays near the energized node. Each relay acts as a conduit for CV, and any number of relays can be placed within 8 blocks of an energized node. Relay also transfer energy to each other, allowing you to create a network that transports vis to anything that needs it, like the infernal furnace. Relays use a branching system, so each relay can have only one source, either another relay or an energized node. but may have multiple child relays that branch off it. You can also tune a relay to one of the primal aspects by using an appropriate vis shard on it. Clicking on it with the wand will also cycle through the possible attunements. This does not limit what vis can flow through the relay, but does prevent it from connecting to any of other relay except untuned ones or other tuned to the same primal. The amount of energy a node produces per tick is finite, so attaching too many devices to a single source might exceed the amount of CV it can produce. It is possible to turn an energized node back into a normal node. Simply cut the redstone signal to the transducer and it slowly turns it back into a normal node. Caution should be taken, however, since the node will be completely drained of vis and thus run the risk of being damaged. Interesting, very, very interesting. Focal manipulation, vis storage, compound storage. That needs aurum again. Compound storage. In your travels you have discovered several nodes that contain compound aspect, but as yet there has been no way to tap this rich source of vis until now. This focus can be placed on top of a wand, a recharge pedestal, which will allow any wand it contains to siphon off the compound vis from nearby nodes. Unfortunately, each point of compound vis is broken down into a single point of primal vis, and all the excess energy is lost. However, it is a good start, and you are sure you will discover better ways to access this source. Okay, interesting. So that gives the purpose for the compound ones. Let's grab the vis storage and the focal manipulation. Okay, so if we go to Ignis, Presentatio, So I think we'll go to Ignis. Ignis, Cognitio, Ignis, and then we will go to Presentatio and finally Potentia. And aurum goes to Presentatio, which goes into, we could use Vacuous or we could use Potentia, so I think we'll use Vacuous this time. And then we have this, which could go into Potentia and then into Ignis, so let's do that. Okay, let's see here. So we could go to, let's go to Potentia. Ignis. And I think we'll do a Potentia here, and then we'll need to go to Vitreous. Let's see. See, Vitreous is contained in Metallum, and itself contains Terra and Ordo. So we could do Metallum. Vitreous, Ordo. Okay, then we have Fabrico, which Fabrico contains Humanus and Instrumentum. And Instrumentum contains Humanus. So Humanus, Instrumentum, Humanus. So we do Instrumentum, Humanus to connect those up. And then we have Fabrico going to not Fabrico, Instrumentum going to Auto. It goes to Auto, so we could use an Auto and then something to connect Auto up. Which could be Vitreous. So let's add an Auto. And then finally a Vitreous to finish it off. No. There we go. That research is done. There we go, this storage and focal manipulation. Let's see. This storage. Most of the time a single wand is more than enough for any thaumaturge, but there are occasions that the vis it stores just isn't enough. Carrying more than one wand would solve this, but experimentation has shown that there is another way. By crafting an amulet capable of storing this, you will be able to recharge wands and other items in the field while it is being worn. That's very interesting. Your success has been mixed, however. You can only recharge wands while holding them in your own hand, and even then the recharge rate is slow. Amulet of this storage, mixed crystal cluster, primal charms mundane. However, the amulet is able to act as a good power source for other things like the repair enchant or runic shielding. The amulet can only be recharged in a wand pedestal or from nearby vis relays. So that's an important part. Can't just go up and suck from a node. Focal manipulation. Wand foci are capable of amazing feats, but they aren't very flexible. A single focus is seldom capable of performing more than a single function. You have discovered a way to upgrade basic foci to alter the way they manipulate magic. You simply need to place a foci in the focal manipulator and choose the upgrade you wish to apply to it. You also need to provide it with this from relays and spend experience points to get process started, but after that it's a simple matter of waiting. Each foci can be upgraded up to 5 times, but each rank doubles the cost. While some upgrades can be applied multiple times or at any rank, many foci have upgrades that can only be applied at certain ranks or only if certain requisite upgrades has been taken at lower ranks. Experimentation is encouraged. Upgrades are permanent. You are not aware of any method to remove unwanted upgrades, so care must be taken when choosing them. That is quite interesting though. I might look into that. So we need to have this provided with relays. So the only thing I'm worried about is if we have to basically use a transducer to provide this, we risk just busting all our nodes, so I don't really want to do that. Well, let's see if that has unlocked anything anywhere else. We have the deconstruction table, which could be quite interesting to research. So I have those two that we have yet to do. What are you? You are a use core. Fishing core. Automagy. Entropic refining. Crafting focus upgrades. Crafting focus upgrades. With your new focal manipulator, you can greatly improve the utility of the crafting focus. Gratis. This upgrade causes the focus basic operations to consume no bis. Opening the grid is free, and crafted items only cost a normal amount. After crafting using a focus with this upgrade, any items left in the crafting grid will be stored in extra dimensional space attached to the focus. Transposing. A focus with this upgrade will instantly install itself upon a wand when called by the wielder. The focus can be called from anywhere in the inventory, from a focus pouch that is being carried a wand to call it. Press the same key as used to begin. Interesting. The chemical boiler. I'm a little interested in that one. Talisman of rememdium. One focus of uprising. Distortion. I'm not an angel. So the effort's flame takes the excavation and the fire and nitro. Did we have that? I guess we can do it this way instead. Yep, we have made that one. So distortion, mending. I think I would like that one. You created a focus to protect you from incoming fire. This focus, when in use, will constantly drain vis from the wand it's inserted on in order to summon a ward around the caster, making ordinary projectiles pass through them harmlessly. Ordinary projectiles include arrows, snowballs, or potion. It seems the ward is not strong enough to display stronger attacks like fireballs or witherheads. 2 magic mirrors, an order shard, a paving stone of warding, and a wand focus of uprising. The wand focus of uprising was this one up here that we haven't researched yet. So I guess we're doing that. Going. Wand focus Ender Rift. A pocket to the 4th dimension. So I guess that opens an Ender portal or something. Is it mostly harmless? Forbidden knowledge, mostly harmless. Yeah. Okay. Motors. Goes into Bestia, Nictus, goes into air, I think what we will do is we will go to Bastia. Notice, even though I don't really want to. What else was there in Motus? There was air, yes, that's the one I wanted. So air. That means we can go to Bacchus there. And then we can link those up with a Potentia and Presentatio. And the 2 air there in 3 spaces. We go into Arbor. Okay, let's have a look. What's this? Telekinesis. Dislocation. Okay, 1 focus of uprising using the knowledge you got from creating the Sword of Zephyr, which we haven't created, hint hint. Propelling things around with the air, you created a one focus that will propel the holder in that direction that you are looking at. When someone is propelled through use of the focus, any accumulated gravitational energy is negated, resetting the fall damage the holder would take. Okay, interesting. And the mending one takes a 1 focus of Purchase Curse. I don't think we have discovered that one. You know, Purge carry powerful foci that can induce diseases. With that, you devised a way to use them to your benefits. This foci will slowly mend the caster's wounds as they are using it. Using this from the wand in this process. It sounds like this thing is something that we need to get from some creature? See, dislocation. Build the castle with your mind so it never falls down. You created a wand focus based on the focus of equal trade. The difference is that this one not only holds the object fingerprints, but it holds the object itself, allowing it to be placed elsewhere. To get a block to transport, right-click on it, place it back, right-click somewhere else. The focus can transport pretty much anything, including chests and mob spawners. This cost is applied to picking up the block. Placing it down is free. Due to the amount of energy required for the dislocation, blocks with tile entities such as chests, furnaces. Just as furnaces cost 5 times more amount of this than normally. Mob spawners in particular cost 20 times instead. What is that? That's an element we have not discovered. The element of taint. I don't really want to go to the taint, to be honest. Okay, let's have a look here. 1 focus telekinesis. You create the 1 focus that telekinetically moves objects laying on the floor. This focus will move any nearby items to where you're pointing at. Sneaking will bring the items towards you instead. Okay. By Skate's research? Don't want to go into blood magic. Living wood 1 core. It's botany. This apiary booster. This. What about this? What about this? Well, we need to do all the bee stuff, so definitely. Okay, that's a big one. So this one goes into that one. And these goes into these ones, which then can go into air. My scribing tools are out of ink, which means time to turn them back. And then we need a couple of shards. We'll get a couple of air shards, because that is the one we have most of. And we need to have some ink. I can't actually remember if this requires any of this. It might. Yeah, it requires a little bit. So that means we should change just for the sake of it. Put that back on. Okay, and we put an air there. Then we will put an over here. Arbor. Potentially I can go to fire, and you can also go to auto. Or we could go to presentatio, vacuous, air. I think we'll do that. So presentatio, vacuous, air, and finish off with an arbor. Okay. Infusing unusual pollen with this and combining it with gold creates an unusual crystal that, when fed this from an aura node, creates an energizing aura that bees are naturally attracted to when attuned to the environment within a magic apiary. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that does. But I haven't used a magic apiary yet, so that's probably why. Let's see what's in here. Boots of the Meteor. Necromancer Staff. I'm surprised the Necromancer Staff core isn't an evil research. Taint, Mechanist 1 caps, Sojourner's 1 caps, Soul Brazier, Talisman of Nourishment, Thermostatic Stabilizer, Knockback Nullifier. Not really too concerned with knockback, to be honest. Thaumatic Replicator, Equivalent Exchange, Boots of the Comet, Ice Ice Baby, and Come On and Slam. I'm interested in that one now, so let's grab that research. Oh, that's a big one too. So let's go to... Let's go to Instrumentum here, then we'll go to Audio after that. After Audio we'll go to Potentia for both of them. And that will bring us to... Ignis, and what could we use to combine Ignis with that Cognitio? I think so. Cognitio, yeah, Cognitio. So let's stick that there. Then we need Machina. Machina goes to Motors or Instrumentum. Okay. So we'll give it an Instrumentum. Instrumentum will go to Ordo. Ordo will go to Potentia. Potentia will go to Ignis. And finally, another Cognitio. Done. You have been able to break down blocks and items into essentia with an alchemical furnace. Now finally you have found a way to do the opposite. You have created a device that can replicate simple building blocks using essentia. By right-clicking on the Thaumic replicator with a block, you can set the template. Right-clicking with a wand starts the replication process. Simply look at the replicator with goggles, revealing to see what essentia is necessary, and place the essentia in nearby jars you would like you would for infusion. This essentia will then be formed into the block that you set as a template. The block must be removed before starting the process again. Right-clicking will remove any blocks in the replicator, and right-clicking again will reset the template. This process can also be automated by starting replication with a redstone signal and removing blocks with a hopper. Okay, doesn't sound too useful, but still interesting. Containment, arcane lenses, ethereal shard, artificial disk storage, this dynamo, node monitor, keeping an eye on things. Interesting. Wondering about that.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Guys. Zombie here.
Let's grab our tools. Grab that, and also, where was the last one I wanted to look at? Oh yeah, it was in here, but down here. Deconstruction table. So, Instrumentum on that one. Potentia. No, that's wrong. Sorry. Potentia and then Ignis. Fractio and Potentia. Fractio just doesn't go in a whole lot of things. Mutatio.
I haven't seen wands like this in a while. Stabs that direct face. Wizard zombies. Literally zombies that are wizards. It's insane.
Okay, Aurum to Senses. Presentation air versus Senses, which is air and spiritus. Okay, so we can do air, arbor. And then we have that thing, Machina. Machina goes to Instrumentum on Motors, and Motors goes to Air. or auto. So even though we don't have a lot of motors, it might be a good idea to go for that because we have so much air. Okay, and then the last one. Oh, that's a big one. Vinculum. Motors and peditio. Peditio vacuous air, I think. And then we can go air. And walk it with a rubber. And then we have ITER. ITER to one of those. Motors or Terra. So if we go to Terra, we can go to Herba. Terra, Herba, Arbor. Hey, come on. Arbor, and finally Arbor. So that's that one done. Okay, deconstruction table. There comes a point in any thaumaturge's career where he is unable to progress with research due to his lack of knowledge. One possible resource is the deconstruction table. The table allows you to break down objects into their simplest parts, which you can examine. There are limits, however. The table breaks compound aspects into their component aspects until only primal aspects remain. During this process, much knowledge is lost, and at best a thaumaturge can hope for is a single piece of primal knowledge. For example, iron, metallum, will be simplified into Terra and Audio, only one of which will have a chance of being discovered. It is also fairly slow, and the fewer aspects and objects has, the lower the chance of discovering something. That doesn't sound very useful. One focus of containment. In your travels you have encountered many exotic creatures which warrant further study, but for getting them back to your laboratory is often difficult. Surely thaumaturgy can offer a more practical solution than simply attaching a leash to the animal. A series of modifications to the portable hole focus have proven quite effective at its task. By collapsing a pocket of space-time around the object, you can place it in stasis within a warded jar. Once jarred, the specimen can be stored indefinitely without succumbing to thirst, hunger, or age. Huh. That's quite interesting. The common animals are captured easily enough, but more powerful creatures have proven difficult to contain. Where do we get to? You must either injure the creature beforehand or keep the containment beam on target long enough to overcome its defenses. Certain entities, including Golem and other thaumaturges, cannot be captured in this manner. To break the jar and replace your captive, simply right-click it with Okay, that sounds interesting. What's the other one here? Node monitor. Nodes are perhaps a thaumaturge's most valuable asset, and it's high time you treated them as such. With a slight modification to a thermometer, you have created a device which hovers adjacent to an aura node and keeps track. Okay. Where did I get to? Aura node and keeps track of its status. Should any of the node's aspects drop to a single point of this, the node monitor emits a redstone signal until the aspect recovers. Hopefully this will give you enough warnings to rescue a beleaguered node. Okay. Doesn't sound so useful for me at the moment, but it's interesting. Well, you look clean again, so we will take you out. And we are looking for frames. Now please mutate. Oh, it's turning night time, so we can turn off this waterworks. Ah, lovely. Ooh, she looks like she could be pure. Shorter, slower. No, she's not completely pure yet, but she's close. Shorter, slower, slow. The drones are, however, pure. So if we give her all those three, she should be done. These are unknown genomes, so we'll just stash them for now. We'll run her again. Actually, we will not run her quite yet. We'll first do this. Hi Sean, welcome. How are you tonight? Oh, lovely. I actually bought ice cream today. It's not something I usually treat myself to, but thanks to manipulation and mental conditioning from a certain bovine on on Twitter, I've sort of been coerced into it. Also, I had a bad day not so long ago, like a bad morning, and I suggested going to buy ice cream on the way to work, but couldn't really do it. Let's see, are you fully harvestable? You don't look fully harvestable. maybe. What kind of ice cream did you get? Now I'm curious. Do you have any particular flavors that you're going for? Thanks, Han. They're not too bad now, but it was just I had a bad morning, but generally the last month hasn't really been the greatest. It's been a little rough emotionally, and I've been going kind of up and down in moods. Feed my wand. Well, I guess my staff now. See, we got ourselves a staff. We did a little bit of an upgrade. We basically went and made ourselves a silverwood scepter and a silverwood... whoops, and a silverwood wand. Oh, a silverwood staff, so upgrading our capabilities. That noise scared the crap out of me. Italian ice mixed with vanilla. I'm not familiar with Italian ice, what that is precisely. Like when it comes to like flavors and stuff in ice cream, ours are pretty like standard. We have licorice. We have what are these beans? You are Terra and Ordos. We don't really need you. Yeah, we have like fairly standard flavors, nothing really fancy. Licorice, caramel, vanilla, all those. We don't have like a butterscotch, or I guess that still taste that it sort of is known, although I don't really know it. What are you? Not sure. But like for instance, the ice cream flavor Superman. What? What'd you say? Yeah, the ice cream that I got caramel. I'm quite a fan of caramel, but I'm also a fan of what is it called? Of like regular, just standard vanilla. I quite like that. Whoops. Stop shooting. The only issue with that wand now is that it has so much space inside of it that it's going to take an age to fill the bloody thing up. I'm not going close to that pillar again. Last time it scared the crap out of me. Ah. Well, I don't know. To me, they're just weird names. Yeah, that's the node we don't want to touch. See, I can fly now. Made myself a thermostatic harness, so now I can actually fly around. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a node down here. Have I scanned this? I have not. Ah, bugger. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we just like to know what we put in our mouth. No more space for air. Ah, bugger. Accidentally ran off instead. A little bit more terror. It's not unwelcome. We're all full. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the staff. The only problem with it is you can't use it to actually craft with. So even though it is the biggest possible storage you can have, 250 vis, if you look at this thing here, that is the crafting equivalent. So this here on the table cannot use foci, so it's not usable as a wand for anything other than crafting. But it does have 50% more storage than a comparable silverwood wand. Normal silverwood wand has 100, this has 150. However, it does take an extra thaumium cap and also a primal charm to make it. The staff here takes 2 silverwood rods and a primal charm to make the core itself, and then it needs to be enclosed like a normal staff does. Let's just pop in here as well and take what we can get from there. And while we're loading in, I'll take myself another little drink here. But yeah, we've progressed quite a bit. We've gotten some new bee species. Managed to get both our Imperial and our Industrious Princesses sorted, and we've made our way into the beginning stages of the magic bees. We're trying to get a Stanum drone, but or a Stanum princess, but they're being a little reclusive. They don't really want to mutate. Then we have made and purified a maroon drone, a maroon princess, a bleached princess. The maroon I need for something else as well, but the bleached I also need as a basis for making the lavender princess so that I can start making pink. And then we have made energized bees, and we have managed to breed those to basically remove their negative trait, because they have quite an annoying trait. First of all, they need redstone to feed on, and I don't really want that. So therefore I have gotten them to work on flowers instead. But on top of that, they also have a very annoying negative trait, which is lightning, which causes lightning to strike randomly around them when they're working. And that makes it very dangerous to be around, plus they light everything on fire. It seems we're going to time out. Okay. Well, reconnect to the server then. It's like, oh, you're there. No, you're not. Yeah, I've also discovered a couple more foci that I need to be making. So far I have this many, but I got another couple interesting ones that I should probably try to make. You're pure, yep. So, what are you? You're also pure? No, you contain Tempest. Or Temperis? Can't remember. One of the two. Little bit of audio in that one. We have a water one over here, and then we need to get some Ignis and order from the other side of the village. So we're starting to become a quite powerful thaumaturge. Not as powerful as someone like Gold, because I haven't dabbled in forbidden knowledge. So, yeah, he still beats us. But hey, we can share our knowledge with ours without getting monsters to start showing up around them. Basically what happens if you start messing with forbidden knowledge is you will start getting negative effects, and that can be either, for instance, something spawns around you to hunt you down, or you start getting effects like all of a sudden your ice becomes killing. So if I was looking at this sheep, all of a sudden my eyes start to kill things and the sheep dies. And that works on players too. Gula. Almost full up on fracture. We can have a little bit more. There we go, that's the Ignis one. And we are all out. Time to head home. But yeah, quite like this method of flying rather than just using the morphs, which requires you to kill things. Just start up the harness and you have flight. And I even have protection from falling. So... And that's not from that, I have a girdle on that improves my speed. So I can fall quite a ways without taking any damage from it. The only thing is, it requires potentia in order to actually work, so... I basically need to stick a jar inside of it and then it will last for a while, but I've only put one jar in so far, and you can see it out on the left how much I've used so far. So it does last quite a while. Da, da, da. It's just getting daytime. Can we make it daytime? It's still working. Oh yeah, and then we have started production of our alveary, but it's going to take a literal age to make because you bloody you just don't want to do it, do you? Stanham, princess. How low is the chance? Ah, that's why it isn't doing it. We need a tin block as a foundation to do it. That would have been nice to read beforehand. Well, now we know that. Let's make a tin block. No, not in there. You can go up here. And we will stick these in here and start purifying you again, and then we will actually start doing this proper. So, a tin block as foundation. Any tin block, or does it need to be a specific mod, is the question. Tin. So we need to have 9. Stick it in there. So we're using honey to make scented plating, which we then wrap around a impregnated casing to make alveary blocks. And we need to have 27 of them to make an alveary. And once we have that, then we are getting close to actually using it. Of other new things though, I got my new tablet, so other than having some issues actually getting it to work properly, I should be able to continue my drawing soon, so that will be very nice. I had a drawing I was drawing on when well, let's face it, I broke my other tablet, and we don't have any tin here, I think. And basically, like, I didn't finish that drawing and I really want to finish it. Like, the last couple of drawings I have posted that has been like full drawings, they have been sort of depressive pieces, they've been venting art. But I would like to do this one. It's still a sad piece, but it is significantly more positive. I would almost call it a motivational piece, so I'm quite looking forward to doing that. Okay, let's see if these will work. Maroon Princess, bleach is almost done. These fellas up here should be almost done. You have... just run her until she becomes pure. Let's have a look at the others. We have the Esoteric Princess, which is pure. We have the Charm Princess, which I think is getting close to pure. Let's see, you have shorter normal, slowest flowers, full there, and you have... you also look pure, so I actually think you are pure. So we should mark you off. So that's 2 of them sorted. Then once we have those sorted, we have the Eldritch. We started with the Attuned, made the Eldritch. While making the Eldritch, we also got Esoteric and Charm Princesses. So once those are done, we need to work on the Mysterious Princess, which is created from the Eldritch and the Esoteric, and that can lead us to the Arcane. The Charmed can turn into an Enchanted, also from the Eldritch, that's the basis, and that can turn into a Supernatural Princess. And those 2 together can make stuff. See, what does the Supernatural Princess require? Better success between the Waning Gibbous and Waning Crescent? Yeah, I think that is a moon reference. Better success between Waxing Crescent and Waxing Gibbous. Okay. Let's see here, we could set this one up to run the Maroon Bees, because I believe the Lavender Princess requires those. Yeah, we need to make some Maroon Princesses, so let's set that up to run automatically. There we go. Okay, let's have a look in here, so that we are not standing in a place where something can come blowing us up when we have our back turned. Let's have a look here. We have a wand focus of illumination. That's the one we got, right? Yeah. Wand focus of liquefaction. I don't think we made that one. The wand focus of containment looks quite interesting. So that could be one we want to make. Basically, this one takes an animal, puts it in a bubble, and you can take it with you. Then we have... what's it? Yeah, here. We have the one focus of distortion, which creates a magic bubble around us. And one focus to protect you from incoming fire. This focus, when in use, will constantly drain this from the wand it's inserted on in order to summon a ward around the caster. It requires this fella, which is the wand of uprising, which is apparently one that propels you through the air, but then I was interested in the mending wand. But that, I think, requires a focus that we can't really achieve. I think we need to kill something? A patch? Whatever that is. Gases illuminate. I wonder what that is. The alchemical boiler I'm actually quite interested in, so I think we'll research that. Okay, so we can go to tension to fire, and from fire we can go to cognitio, and I guess we'll go to cognitio there, and then another fire, and then we have that one there. I can't remember what's in that. Can't even remember what it's called. Limus goes to Aqua or Victus. And Aqua goes into... Temperas, into Victus, into Terra. What are we going to? We're going to water. So... let's see, Victus... Victus, Terra... What am I doing now? I think I'm thinking this wrong. No, I wasn't. Water there, and then we need something that connects water that we have a lot of. It might just be Victus again. Okay, so let's see, cognitio. I think we can go to something from that. Cognitio humanus, bestia to Victus. So cognitio, humanus, and bestia. We got the alchemical boiler. You've had so much success with essentia distillation that you've decided to expand upon the ways you can break down things. The alchemical boiler works in much the same manner as the alchemical furnace, but with liquids rather than items. Add or remove liquid using buckets or through automation such as certain golems. The same things that speed up the operation of an alchemical furnace will help a boiler as well, such as elementum. Note breaking the boiler will destroy any liquid contained. Okay, so that's interesting. Hungry more. All mouth, no stomach. Huh. I almost want to figure out what that is. Let's do those. Okay, famous, what does famous go to? Famous goes to Gula, it goes into Lucrum, which goes into Humanus. Lucrum Humanus. Humanus goes into Fabrica or Instrumentum, so we could go Instrumentum. So we go to that one, Humanus, then go to, what was it after Humanus? Instrumentum, and finally connect them with Ordo. Then we have Tenebrae and Vacuous. Tenebrae is Vacuous or Lux. Lux is Peditio and Air. Ordo goes into Air through Motus. So if we go to Motus, Air, and then finally Vacuous, and then we can take anything that connects Vacuous, which is Air, and it is done. Okay, this one. Well, Lucrum we already know goes into Humanus. And Humanus went into Instrumentum, which went into Ordo. Instrumentum contains Ordo. Ordo goes into Potentia. Vacuous goes into Air. So if we do Potentia and pressing Tartio, that'll finish it up. Ooh, enchanted paper, the letters of the law. Hungry more. You formulated a procedure that extracts the gluttonous drive of a hungry chest and binds it to portable holes, which you can place in the containers. Any item that touches or passes close enough to a hungry maw will be placed into the inventory associated with the side of the block to which the maw is attached. To begin, an obsidian block must be placed above a hungry chest. Up to 3 additional obsidian blocks may be placed next to the chest, but there is no benefit to having one below it. Finally, right-click on the block above the chest using a wand that has the portable hole focus equipped. 1 hungry more is created for each obsidian block used. The chest and the obsidian are consumed. Fortunately, the wand and focus are not. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. Don't really have a use for it right now. Thirsty tank. Greedy chest. You have sometimes wondered whether the nature of the hungry chest was actually tied to true gluttony, or if you were merely what is it called, anthropomorphizing a simple, largely immobile automaton. There's just something about the sound it makes when it gobbles things up. You have been unable to detect any cognitive ability in the things, but your studies have nonetheless led you to methods by which other needs could be imbued upon such objects. It was a small jump to go from a basic hunger to primitive greed, though harnessing this into something useful to you requires the invention of some special components. Avarice pearl, so that's greed. The greedy chest steals items as they are placed in adjacent inventories. In effect, 50% of everything put into neighbors end up inside the greedy chest. Instead, provided the items will fit. If you right click it with your wand, you can change this behavior so it takes more or less attempts to maintain a stock, or takes only items that surpass a given threshold. You can also choose which neighbors it will steal from. The chest will not take from hoppers below it, nor can it steal from another greedy chest that is set to take from its location. You are working on a way to make chest covered only specific things, a filtering mechanism of sorts. But this should be a good start. In the meantime, the other properties of this pearl you have discovered seem interesting. A normal ender pearl teleports you when thrown, but this one is more keyed into nearby items. Perhaps you should take it out for a spin. You might even learn something. Huh. I wonder if that pearl will then lead us to chests or something with loot in it? Potentially spawners? Let's see, enchanted paper. Finical maw and Golem's workbench. There are times when written instructions simply don't carry the weight you desire, especially when what you desire is the weight of magical force. By infusing ordinary paper with this and preparing a pliable inlay of golden runes, you are now able to produce enchanted paper that can help enforce your will upon your creations. A common use of enchanted paper is to create white lists and black lists, which can be used to dictate what is seen by thaumic devices such as the greedy chest. Runic whitelist. Okay, you can turn a whitelist into a blacklist or vice versa, while the filtering options you have already written on with the. Okay, you can also cover the filtering options from one list to another of either type by simply placing both of them in the arcane work table. The contents of the first are copied to the second, and the first is not consumed in the process, of course. Enchanted paper can also be bound into book form. Bookshelves created with these are 4 times as potent as standard bookshelves. When it comes to boosting an enchantment table, so only 4 instead of 15 are required for a table to provide a level 30 enchantment. Okay, so bound enchanting paper. Bound enchanting paper can be made with either the enchanted pages, gold and leather, or gold, books and a slime ball of sorts. And then great wood planks to make an enchanting bookshelf. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm interested. By making a few adjustments to the Hungry Maw, you can now curb its appetite when it comes to certain items. Just right-click the new finical maw you've created with holding a wand or a runic whitelist or blacklist, then insert the whitelist or blacklist of your choice. Okay. With the use of runic whitelist and blacklist, you change what the chest covers and to what degree, letting you control which item it will grab. Hungry hand mirror. Cobble gobbler. We don't have enough famas for it. Victus and vacuous. How much did we need? 8. By combining a physical maw with your magic hand mirror, you've created a tool that can automatically transfer items through the mirror network as you pick them up. Right-click while holding the mirror to either manually shove items through the looking glass or insert a runic whitelist or blacklist to control its automatic behavior. The mirror can hold 2 lists at a time. Only items specified by a list will be taken automatically. Even in case of blacklist, a blacklist will need to have quantities specified to be of any use. In this way, you could tell the mirror to leave a certain amount of item in your inventory. Taking anything of that amount, the Hungry Hand Mirror should be linked to a magic mirror in the same way that a standard magic hand mirror is linked. Runic lists cannot be inserted into this until this is done. Ugh, so much. I'd like to do this one too, just because it's golem related. Okay, Spiritus. Let's see, Spiritus, what does that go to? Spiritus goes into Cognitio. Into Senses. Okay, so Fabrico goes into Humanus and Instrumentum. Instrumentum, Auto, and then we go to something which connects those to Humanus and Cognitio. Let's see. This one goes into fire, which goes into potentia. I'll link all of those. Then we have Humanus to potentia or Ignis or Ordo. Humana could go into Instrumentum to Ordo, so we'll use an Instrumentum for that. No, actually we can't. That's too far. So Humanus goes into Bestia. This goes into Victus, doesn't really help. Humanus goes into Lacrum. Messis. Perfodio. Could we go the other way? We could go that way perhaps. You know what, we'll do this and then we will do an order down here. Golem's workbench. Workbench upgrades. We'll grab that right away. Okay, so Golem's workbench. The Golem's workbench allow you to lay out a pattern and crafting instruction with enough magical aid that even a golem could follow them. Still, many recipes are too complicated for the typical golem, so the recipe must fit in a 2x2 grid, or all its components must be the same. Perhaps more advanced golems won't be so limited. Hint, hint. Once the recipe is specified, using the first 9 slots, provide the materials to be used in the bottom slots, then place a golem with the empty golem animation core so it is attached to the workbench, and the instruction of golem to only take the item you want it to craft. Use the Golemaster spell to tell the golem where to place the items. Note that only recipes that can be completed on a standard crafting table will work here. The golems are unable to grasp the thaumatic fundamentals needed to wield this. Something tells you this may be for the best. To keep the golems on task and as efficient as possible, a jar of Fabrico Essentia can be kept nearby. This is optional and is primarily beneficial when crafting will be fairly constant, as your golems may become a bit lethargic after prolonged time spent crafting. Slackers. Additional pages may appear here as you unlock golem upgrades. Order upgrade. When items are left over from crafting which are neither the recipe's goal nor ingredient, for instance empty buckets after making cake, they are normally thrown into the air by the crafting golem. If the golem is fitted with this upgrade, it will instead place the items into the workbench if space permits. Entropy. If the attached golem has an entropy upgrade installed, then if so instructed, it may ignore items damage levels, ignore NPT data, or check the OR dictionary to determine what it should attempt to craft. This is based on whether the golem is allowed to move the item. This only affects the crafting production, not the ingredients the golems will consider. Perhaps more research could help on that end. Golem fetter. If a golem fetter is placed directly beneath the workbench, then when it is active, golems will not craft anything from the workbench. They are not necessarily brought to a complete halt provided they don't pass over the fetter themselves. However, which means they may continue to empty specified items from the workbench. This could be useful when managing multiple golems or when a golem refuses to constantly stand in one spot. And workbench upgrades. Golem upgrade air to workbench upgrade air. You build upon the principles of golem upgrades to create a new variety that is applied directly to golem workbench, enchanting the crafting ability of any golem attached to it. Up to 4 upgrades can be applied at a time, one in each cardinal direction. Multiple upgrades of the same time will stack, except entropy. To remove an upgrade, right-click the side it was placed upon while sneaking with a wand. The golem can apply its speed to the crafting process. The golem can apply its speed to the crafting process. The faster the golem, the faster it will craft. However, golems using this upgrade are more prone to lethargy than normal, meaning more fabrico is needed to keep them going at full speed. Fire. The golem can remember an additional recipe. Accordingly, another set of slots becomes available for you to use in the workbench. Only 2 of these upgrades may be applied to a single workbench. The golem can apply its strength to the crafting process. Craft more quickly. The proportional boost isn't as great as the air upgrades, but the golems affected by it not only aren't more prone to lethargy, but will actually have greater endurance. Entropy. Recipes will be treated as shape patterns rather than exact instructions. I guess shapeless. Whatever item is in the first and of the bottom slots will then, when encountered in the recipe, be considered a placeholder. The golem will check each of the other items in the workbench containing and determine whether substituting one for the placeholder would yield one of the product it has been told to make. For instance, putting a stick in one recipe slot, wool in another, and placing a stick in the leftmost container slot would allow a single golem to craft all colors of wool if provided with the required dye. Fuzzy logic comes at a price, however. Golems using this upgrade are much more prone to lethargy. Okay. I think I want to mess around a little bit with that, but I don't think that should be for right now. Let's do one last round of bees, and then I think we're going to call it off for tonight. Oh yeah, we automated you. You're ready to make another attempt. You, however, are not. Actually, we'll use the others because these are a little worn, so they're equally worn. And let's check on our magic bees. Let's have a look at her. I have a feeling she might be pure. Shorter, slower, slow. She's pure. And so is her drones. And that's all of them pure. Very, very nice. And they don't mix there, so we will put them down here. And then once all of these have been run through, all the bees here, I can start setting up automation and progress into the next level of magic bees. But for now though, I think it is time to call it a night, because I actually have something I need to do tomorrow. So I can't go to bed too late. So I think we're going to call it off here and say thank you very much for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it very much, and I will see you again next week, hopefully. Well, if you show up, I'll be here. But yeah, for now though, let's call the stream off, say goodnight, and bye bye. Bye everybody. Bye.
Thank you.